Tough one for the Clarinda Cardinals tonight as they fall 14-13 to PCM in the playoffs here tonight. And talking here with Coach Colin Bevins. Coach, it was a game where obviously you don't like the end result, but your guys battled out there every snap.
Yeah, absolutely. But, if you're on the losing side of the scoreboard, the kids kind of forget about that as they move forward tonight and into tomorrow. But, I'm proud of the way our kids fought. I told them it was going to be a heavyweight fight, 15 rounds coming into it, and that's exactly what it was. Both teams were going back and forth. 14 points, holding that team to 14 points is an accomplishment for us. And, that team doesn't give up very many points, and we were moving the ball on them consistently all night. But we shot ourselves in the foot again. Big plays going down the field. We got holding calls or blocks in the back. There's just penalties that were unneeded. And at the end of the day, if you got stuff like that, more times than not, you're not going to end up on the winning side of things.
And it's easy to look at that missed extra point and think, oh man, what if we would have made that and go into overtime? But you guys had also lots of other missed opportunities where you guys couldn't quite punch it in. You guys were moving the ball well on that last drive, and then all of a sudden PCM's defense just came to life on those 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah, they did. It's pretty easy when you get 3rd and 4th and long, and defensive linemen can just pin their ears back and go and twist and kind of do what they want to do. So, we put ourselves in the bad spot with that one. We had a miscommunication the play before, forced us to run a play that we've never practiced. We practiced something different, and we didn't get it. So, but that's football, though. These kids are human. They do make mistakes. And at the end of the day, losing a football game, 14-13 to a team like that's not gonna, it's not gonna weigh on you for the rest of your life. So that's some of what I told those seniors. I said you got to dwell on it for, I'll give you 24 hours, 48 hours, and then after that, you got to move on. With these high school athletes, we got multiple sport athletes. So, they just got to move on to the next thing and continue to make those memories and continue to lead and continue to set that foundation of what. Clarinda football, Clarinda athletics is becoming.
You talked about your seniors. Tell us a little bit more about this senior class, maybe a little bit individually. Talk about what these seniors in particular have meant to your program.
It's tough because I've been with 2 classes before this, but, those classes were, they were already grown. They were already old when I got in here. They were in their roles, and they kind of settled in those roles. And, seeing this class like Logan and Drew and, even Ethan Fast, they grew up and they were leaders. They were guys that you kind of find in the back just following along the first few years. But, when you become a senior and everybody's looking at you now instead of you looking at them, you have to do some growing and you have to lead. Even if, on your bad days, you can't come out and, you can't act like it's a bad day. You can't dwell on things that happen in the school building when we come out to football practice. So, that's a special group of seniors. It's easy to say next man up, but that's going to be a tough group to replace.
Talk about going forward. Obviously mentioned the seniors, but going forward, obviously season over, but I'm sure you're going to want to get your guys back in the weight room and get into off-season stuff as soon as possible. Obviously, you got to take a little time and got other sports and stuff, but what do you see going forward in the off-season?
Moving forward, I want these kids to kind of disconnect for the winter, get away from football, focus on something else. But in the spring, we'll pick something back up again, whether it's senior-led stuff or, just something to get us out and get us playing football. I think that's a big part in becoming a better program is to have year-round football or year-round drills per se. So, sure, us coaches can't be out there with them, but they know what we do. They know what we expect. So if the seniors lead that, this year's juniors are going to be seniors. If they lead that the way that we would run a practice, we'll be good moving forward. And, I just got to speak on Taden and Wyatt. Those 2 guys, they've been in there for 2 years now, and they were a little starstruck, I would say, last year, being sophomores and being put in that role. But, they both excelled this year, and it was good to see Wyatt complete some passes across the middle tonight. More of an intermediate passing concept routes than just a deep ball or a little hitch or a slant. So moving forward with those 2, it's going to be exciting. Obviously, a lot of the younger classmen are going to be looking up to those 2 now. So. You can't forget about, Jace Wilmus, Isaac Jones, Cade Ingstrand. They all made plays tonight. So we got a lot of guys coming back, but when you lose guys like Jared McNeese, Ethan Fast, Logan Green across the front, it's going to be tough to replace. Grant Job, too. It's going to be tough to replace those guys.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time tonight, and Good luck going into the offseason.
Thank you.
KMA Sports, I'm Carson Schubert.